Hello and welcome to the Nerd in Motion YouTube channel. And today we are on day 3 of the Take Back Our Border convoy, day 3. And I believe we have made it to Texas, which is pretty darn exciting, if you ask me. And we are watching Bonehead Truckers and it's Soup Mama's stream above. So go and check those guys out. I've just realised I've got a mark on my glasses and I haven't got a glasses wipe because I haven't brought one with me. It's my man Henry, chilling and grilling with Henry. How you doing, my man? Thank you very much for liking the stream. I'm trying a different camera tonight because I thought I might, a little bit more quality. Thanks, man. It's Karen. Hello, Karen. How you doing? Welcome from Ireland. Are you all right? Hope you're well. Hopefully, this stream, I won't call a moderator a lemon. I won't misgender somebody. And what else did I do really bad? I said that somebody was from Australia instead of Austria. I did, and somebody got across to me in the chat, and I don't know what I said. I even watched it back, and I still don't know what I said. So, yeah. So hopefully, I shall do a bit better today. I have realised it's very sad times, but I've run out of strawberry milkshake. Outrageous. So I might have to quickly go and get a drink from the kitchen because my studio is outside of my house. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. It looks like Soup Mama's has dropped her phone. So Bonehead Truckers, he's actually sound. He's a trucker in America. He did a video. It made me laugh, actually. This is what started this whole Buc-ee's debate off, because he said he couldn't understand why they were all meeting at Buc-ee's because Buc-ee's don't let trucks in. And he kind of wanted to see what was going on. So he is going and sort of investigating, talking to people. And yeah, I've been listening on Zello. Man, that app is so frustrating. It just this little buzz every single message that comes through, and I cannot for the life in me work out how to turn it off. It is driving me skits. So yeah, that's been fun. We're gonna catch up on what the news has been saying, and we are. I don't know if you guys can hear this in the radio. So as I understand it, they're not going all the way down to the border. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but yeah, it seems like they're being sensible so far. The convoy has got substantially larger from what I can see, and they have got some support from people as they've gone into Texas. Also saw they've just pulled off the motorway. What do you call it? The highway on the Pilot Road, and there were police there blocking traffic so that they could get in with no problem. So it looks like Texas is welcoming them in with open arms. So it's pretty darn cool. My man LR, you're here. How you doing, dude? How are you diddling? My man from Canada, how are you getting on? I'm just saying, LR, at the beginning of the stream, that hopefully today I won't be calling you a lemon and saying somebody's from Australia instead of Austria and misgendering somebody multiple times, not realizing, and then upsetting somebody else in chat. So yeah, hoping that I don't do that. Oh, 1 second, hold that thought. I'll leave you with Zello for a minute. I need to just get a drink of water because I've run out of strawberry milkshake.
There are spots located on freecampsites.net that will show you all the locations in your general area that you're looking, and then you can find somewhere to boondock for the night. You won't have power, you won't have showers, but it'll be somewhere to lay your head.
I'm back. My daughter just came back from her dance class, and I haven't seen her all day. So I heard her come through the gate. I wanted to say hello to her, and she's had a good day. She gets her ballet point shoes tomorrow, so she's very excited, and I'm going to be very skint. So, yeah, I have got some Schweppes lemonade tonight. That is what we're on. I have actually got one beer in there, so I could make a shandy, but I kind of don't want any alcohol. Right. And I never got a glasses wipe either, so I still can't see. I've been taking vinyl stickers off a van today, and my fingers are all mullered. So I've got most of it done. So Ella saying hello to everybody. He's laughing. Can you hear that in the background? I've been called worse. So I've been called lots of names today. I dipped in on some chats, and there's a lot of people that are not happy that I'm a Brit following this event. I don't really know why. I don't know what the issue is. You can't upset the Irish. It's true. They're pretty chilled. Well, apart from Colin McGregor, he is not very chilled. And I was saying like Karen, High Roller, Chuck. He's brought his Mountain Dew again. How you doing, High Roller? Welcome. Nice to see you. I hope you've all had a good day today. Jerry Album Israel. This is Convoy is to elect Trump. This is what it's all about. This Convoy is about. Okay, we'll get there. Hello, Roller. He's got his beers out as LR. My mate's coming around tomorrow night, and he said he'd jump on the stream with me for a bit. He's daft as a brush, so we should have a bit of a giggle tomorrow. Should be a bit more of a funny one. This Convoy is to reflect Trump, or re-elect or reflect, re-elect Trump. Cool, Jerry. This is what it's all about, right? Okay. I'm enjoying Cronenberg. Oh, nice, man. Some strong old gear. Jerry's typing quite a lot. So it's all good. Well, some people do not understand that this is a humanity issue. We should all be coming together to expose what's going on. I agree. Jerry is still saying the same thing. Re-electing Trump. Right, okay. I don't think that is what singly it's about. Otherwise it could be about something else, couldn't it? There's Christians doing it. I know there's a guy in the chat that I was watching earlier. Do you know? I think he's more on the lines that I'm on, where um, he's called Beta. Oh, what's he called? Beta something or other. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I was watching him today, and I thought his point of view was probably the most uh, sort of close to what mine is, which is that I'm kind of I don't mind what side you're on particularly, but the most important thing is that there's some unity. I mean, this might not be the thing that unifies everybody, but it's the starting point, and we just need to, we yesterday went through all sorts of stuff, didn't we? We Beta Boys 1.0. That's who it was. I had him in the spot of Soup Mama. I don't know why her stream's just completely nuked out. Let's try and get these guys on, and then we should at least have then 2 feeds in and no spinny dial. Oh, I think they're spinning as well. There obviously is a slight lack of interwebnet where these guys are. So we've got some things we can be doing in the meantime. Did that work? No, it did not work. Properties. I've had to turn the Zello down because it's driving me wild. So anybody in chat have Zello? Can you please tell me how on earth I'm supposed to turn the blooming vibration thing off? It is absolutely, totally and utterly unnecessary and highly irritating. No, that feed's gone. Oh no, what's going on here? It's completely died. No, don't know what's going on there. Oh, not this again. Where's my computer going up the Swanee? Karen says, "You're so right, LR. Some people choose to make it about race, politics, corruption, etc. I think it's good versus evil. I feel like it is on this as well, LR. I'm with you on that. I think you're not far off there. It's cruel on all parts. It's cruel for the people that are coming in because ultimately they're being used. It's cruel for the people that have come in previously that aren't getting any handouts and are working their butts off. It's cruel. It's cruel to the people that live in the area close to it, and it's just cruel around. The cartels, the way that they're treating people, that's cruel. It's just not great. The whole thing's not great. Can you hear that in the background there? I need a girlfriend with your accent. Cheers, Daniel. I'm glad you find me that that's sexy. So my wife, she does not sound like me at all because I'm from a different part of the country, and she has a very very heavy accent. So if you heard her talk, you think, what the heck? Yeah, it seems like everybody's live streams are struggling at the moment. Let me try and get, what's his name, Oreo Express up. He's trying to sell me a website. Let me see. He's into that. Oh, that's a beautiful Corvette there. We're going to see some Corvette action. Once we've got past an advert. Oh, why does it always play up at the beginning of a stream? It's like, so look, the side of it's gone now. I have to restart the damn thing. Honestly, let's take that down. It's got some cool shades on. Right, there we go. There we go. We've got him up. Right, where were we? You need a girlfriend, standing for with my accent. Derek, just tuned in. Any recent updates? Right, okay, so they've got into Texas. They met up with some others, and they are currently at Flying J's, having a break. So how long that break lasts, I don't know. Now, if my clock is correct, that you lot took the mick out of me for my clock yesterday. Thank you very much. But if my clock is correct, it's about 2:30 there. Just so they're having a late lunch. They might be having afternoon tea. There was quite. Oh, is that charge? I thought that charge was going to hit his car then. Is that a Hellcat? Very nice. I haven't been following it as well as I could have done today, but I heard that there was quite a bit of drama with trolls and whatnot in the day. So, but what I don't know. So yeah, Weekend is laughing. They're all fighting each other. MSM is destroying these clowns. The feds are waiting for them. Are they? I did hear a little bit of arguing on Zello, but it was all minor stuff that I thought was, when I've been around Americans before, you're all pretty straight talking. You say what you think, and it comes across like you're arguing. So when you're not, so I don't really know if you are or you're not, but there's bound to be stuff like that. There's bound to be people on this whole trip that have different ideas of what they want from it. So I know that the person that's leading it is kind of leading it from a Christian point of view, but I know that there's people in the convoy that aren't. So they'll have a different agenda, I guess, and so it goes on. So LR says just some updated border videos by an investigator. Oh, is that JLR investigates? Is that what he's been? Because there was some chat about. I heard it. The problem is I've been dipping in and out because I've been so busy today. But there was some chatter about a guy who was filming and got stopped. They asked the guy for his name, he refused, and all that kind of stuff. And is it your First Amendment right? We don't have that in the UK. We have a similar. We have a right to not say anything, but if we're detained, we have to. Miko Wolf says it's not that politics about it's not that politics about taking our border back from all the illegals coming in across the border, fentanyl gang members and terrorists. Well, yeah, I understand it. It's interesting. I was listening to a podcast today, and it was a guy who he does a lot of stuff to do with gun safety, and it was Joe Rogan, and they were talking about what was going on, but they didn't mention the convoy, so I was a bit like surprised at that. Although I learned a lot about uh, the fact about New York. So New York and other states claimed that they were oh, what's the word? Can you tell I'm tired? Um, that they were like safe haven states. So then Abbott started sending them directly to those states, and then that's why New York now is saying, well, we don't want them. So either you're safe haven state or you're not a safe haven state. That's cruel, in my opinion, and in fact, that's what the guys on the podcast said as well. They felt that the politics of this is using people in a very unhumane manner. Yes, it's not good. In all the illegal, they want free cell phones, free room and board, free medical. If they did a crime, they don't want to get arrested, but we do. In our taxpayer money, is paying for them is enough. Is enough. We have it here as well. We have exactly the same thing. It's no different. We just don't have the numbers that you guys do. When I got told it was 6 million, I couldn't believe it. I thought that was just insane. And that's what the trucker convoy is about, to take back our borders. So is the convoy there to raise awareness of this? Is that what they're trying to achieve? Because what's the convoy going to do when it gets down there if they're not going to the border? Yeah, it's good. They're standing up and saying, "Hey, enough's enough." Yeah. People are fighting for what is right, lawful, and just should be supported. Period. Yeah, I agree. The brew is making me chatty. You are chatty today, LR. That's all right. I need chatty people. Ooh, says Karen. I have many examples of right that are all different. Good luck with that, says Michael. Yes, JLR. Sanctuary cities. That was it. Thank you. Avinon, thank you. Oh, you were in the chat yesterday. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Welcome back. Same in Ireland. Yeah, it's the same. It's no different. Agreed, Microwolf. Also, another thing I did is my Manco sign. I forgot to turn it off last night, and now the battery's flat, so it's not lit up. So I really need to make that into to have make it so you can plug it in instead of having to constantly put batteries in it. This is really annoying. Right, I'm gonna have a lemonade, and we are gonna then. I think we're gonna. Shall we go and search the internet and see what news stories have been written? You guys have Schweppes lemonade, don't you, in America? I'm sure you do. I feel like it's an American thing. I don't know. It's good lemonade though. There's another one here called R Whites as well, which is quite a good lemonade. And then we have Ben Shaw's bar, all that kind of stuff. What I don't want to do is drop this on my keyboard. Where is the convoy? It's at Flying J's in Texas. So they've got into Texas now. I'm not sure exactly the location. Somebody was saying that you could track them on an app, but I'm not entirely sure which one it was, because the problem is I can't, with some of the accents on there, I can't understand what they're saying. So if anybody knows, it'd be awesome if we could track them in a live way. That'd be awesome. They have no job, just living freely off the taxpayers' dime. I mean, I'm sure there's some guys that come over that do, guys and girls that do want to work, that do genuinely, they have kids. I saw people with kids and stuff that were crossing. Well, they were doing the bit further before that through the Medellin forest and all that, jungle, whatever it is. And man, it was brutal. So they're desperate. They are absolutely desperate. So a lot of them wanted to work, but that's not to say. So we have people over here, and some of them they genuinely want to work, but they can't. They're not allowed to. So they just sit there in these mass hotels, just doing nothing, going stir crazy. Here in Canada as well, yeah. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Hope all is well for you. Yeah, and I've got my cushion today, and I'm sat here and I'm already starting to ache. So I've obviously got my seat position wrong. I don't know if I go a bit lower and kind of try and recline a little bit, but with this mic, I've got to be fairly close. But maybe I should stretch out a little bit. I find it quite tense doing this. This is so when I streamed the Canadian one, it was a fairly it was just one massive stream that I did. So I wasn't particularly stressed. But with this, obviously, I don't want to do either side of the argument badly, and I don't want to make a situation worse than it is. So I'm more stressed about this than I have been doing the other things. But, that's life, isn't it? Same all over the West. Yeah, it's true. The Radisson Hotel, man, yeah, it's same here. Radisson's absolutely full up. Crazy. Thanks. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. They're moving along. Yeah, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. I still don't see a lot of semis though. We call them lorries here or Arctics, but yeah, I don't see loads of them. It's mainly cars, pickup trucks, camper vans. But there's a hell of a lot of them now. It's a big old convoy. There's a lot of support coming out for them, which is nice to see. Hey up, you big oath! 2 lives in 2 days, same as buses around here. I know, right? I know. No, I haven't done 2 lives in. Oh, sorry, 2 lives in 2 days, not 2 lives in 1 day. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Mark. I'm doing all right. I'm tired, really tired. I took all the stickers off my van today, so I've only got the passenger door and the bonnet today, and my fingers. I don't know if you've ever taken vinyl off the vehicle. I've been doing it with a hot air gun and just peeling them off, and my fingernails on the end of these 2 fingers and my thumbs is tender. So I'm not looking forward to. And the worst bit is the bonnet. It's like super fine with lots of little bits. It takes forever. Desperate people have nothing to lose. Absolutely, yeah, that's true. And you know, the West has done a lot to destabilize a lot of these nations as well. So we have to treat them with, we can't dehumanize the people, but in and amongst them, there are people that have no intention of working, and all they want to do, they hate America. They just want to get in there and cause trouble, as they do with other countries. That's just what it is. I guess you just have to deal with them when you get to it. On the first day of the mission, Governor Abbott and the Texas delegation met with the executives from Infosys, Reliance Industries, Tata Consultancy Services, and Wipro. We have Tata here, they own Range Rover, Jaguar. During the meeting, Governor Abbott discussed Texas' ongoing partnership with these companies and to expand their presence in the Lone Star State. Bring those India jobs and companies to Texas. Um, that's good news, says Allah. Good for Abbott selling Texas land to Indian companies. Screw the migrants, though. Yeah, but I don't. I know what you're saying, but are the migrants bringing companies here? That I don't. Right. I see what you're saying, but we've had that in the UK already. We don't own anything pretty much. Nearly everything is owned by other countries. So here they built Nissan built a factory and Honda. So they build Nissans and Honda in this country, but the workers are the people that live in the area. And Tata own Jaguar Land Rover, and they're built. I think Jags in Liverpool, I want to say, and they employ people. And if you go to these factories, there are all kinds of people. So if those companies were coming here, the Indians might not necessarily bring their own stuff. I don't see why they can't. If they process the migrants and they want to work, then why can't they work? That's my thought. I don't know. What do you think? I know that Chrysler Jeep used to do it because, and I only know this because when we had the Cherokees over here, the Dana axles would fail constantly because the axles are not designed for our roads are very narrow and we drive quite quick, and the loading left right all the time just wrecks the bearings. And when we used to get the pinions and crowns, they would come direct from Mexico. You you're meant to match them as a pair, and the writing on them that was engraved was always illegible. And we found out from other dealers that basically they were using migrant workers who couldn't necessarily read and write because they were farmers, but they could do the job. So it wasn't a big problem. There was nothing wrong with the quality of the part. It just they weren't matched correctly. So we used to buy loads of them and then basically divide them all up. So and match them ourselves. But yeah, I mean, I've gone completely off on a tangent there. But what I'm saying is, I don't think if an Indian company comes and builds a factory there, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And if migrants want to work there, I don't see why not. I don't see the issue there. Yes, people are wanting freedom. Evidence says them not having work, they start stealing because they are starving. Some been here for 7 months or more with no job, getting everything for free. Joe Biden just looking for votes. They want them to vote. Yeah, I mean, here it's a very similar story. Yeah, they can't work. I mean, the only places you see them working is like hand car washes where it's all cash, or restaurants. Some of the hospitality will sneak them in if it's behind the scenes and it's not customer facing. Um, but if I have no problem with it, if they want to work, if a man or a woman wants to work, then I don't think anybody should stop them. That's my personal view. But I do think that employers have a responsibility to the people that they employ, that they're legal and that they are treated fairly. And like here, we have a minimum wage. I don't know if you have. Do you have a minimum wage? So the minimum wage in the UK, you've got to pay it by law. If you pay under it, then you can get in trouble. But the money goes to India. Um, not all of it. No, it doesn't work like that. So if you, it depends on the company. I don't know. Without going into it, I know a fair bit about business, but it depends on where they're sourcing things from. If they start sourcing from stuff from the UK, or if they're getting it from overseas, if it's, there'll be loads of jobs and loads of money created for that economy. So it they'll only get money if they make profit ultimately. So yeah. Used to be a sign fitter, and I'm a delivery driver now for a sign company. Fitted loads and taken off heaps of vinyl. Heat gun is perfect, yeah. But don't you think, like, my fingers are killing me, man. Um, I know. what was funny is I was using the heat gun, hands are getting really hot, front of me is hot, the back of me is freezing. It was 4 degrees, so I was getting colder and colder. India, the new China. Yeah, I've kind of heard that before. Um, they've got cheap labour, haven't they? Ultimately, and a lot of people and a lot of space. So yeah, and they've got a lot of money there. I don't disagree with that at all. I really don't. We have a lot of in fact, Mark, you'll have had them as well, won't you? We get a lot of Indian scam calls over here. Loads and loads and loads of them all the time. I had 2 today. So yeah. DD, here we go. Where's your pipe? Do you know what, DD? I should get myself a pipe, shouldn't I? Just for you, if no one else. My mate's coming over tomorrow, so we'll have a. We're having a. Well, I'm going to be sensible, right? Because I've got a party Friday night. I'm not going to be able to stream, so I might stream in the day for a bit because I'm going to my mate's birthday party in the evening. And tomorrow my mate's coming over, and we're just chilling. Got the hot tub, so might go in the hot tub, have a couple of beers, might watch some Star Trek because we're nerds. And yeah, but I don't want to drink too much because then when I go to a party on Friday, I'm going to feel like crap and not want to do anything. But maybe we crack some cigars open tomorrow. I don't have any cigars, but yeah, I haven't even. My uncle Chris smokes. Well, I don't know if he still does, but he used to smoke a pipe. I still remember that gorgeous tobacco smell. Why are Pakistan and Chinese illegals crossing from Mexico? Are they? Ronald, I had no idea. You're joking. That seems insane. Because, like, China, what are they? They're not at war. So I don't know why they're going. And Pakistan's not. Well, there is a bit of a war, but not really a big one. I don't know. I've got no answer for that, I'm afraid. John Five says, "What is going on in Texas? The gist: Texas Rangers versus Biden. Biden wants an open border for Mexico, hide from Canada." Yeah, John Five. That's pretty much where it's at. I don't think you're far off there at all. Mark Jones says the only thing with migrants is they drive the wages down, making it worse for others. This country, wage-wise, farmers are the worst for employing cheap labour. Yeah, that they do. They do. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. But the whole point is that the minimum wage is meant to solve that by it being okay. But then I don't. So I don't know what it's like in America, but things here have got so expensive. Um, it's way more expensive than it used to be. So that bottle of lemonade, for instance. So this is not a sugar-free one. So in the UK, we have tax on sugar. So the amount of sugar that is put in a drink, you get taxed on. So this used to be you could buy. Mark, how much was a bottle of lemonade like this? This is a 2 litre, so it would have been about a quid. They normally see these for about not like a pound, 99p, maybe £1.10, £1.20, something like that. Now a bottle this I paid nearly £2 for. That I mean that's bonkers, and it is only effectively just water with lemon syrup and some fizzy in it. And everything's gone up. Gas, electric is mental. In fact, I'll tell you how much our diesel and petrol is. You won't believe it. If you're from the America, you will be like, no way. Price UK today. No. So the latest price. Do. It is £1. The average is £1.51.41 per litre. £1.51.41 per litre. Mexico Limited for international crossing border. You drinking lemonade, John? Wow, Schweppes, at least £2, £2.50. I got it on a deal, so yeah, it was just under a couple of quid. But yeah, it's expensive, isn't it? It's not as cheap as it used to be. What is Biden doing to fight Texas? I don't really know. I don't know. See, I don't know if Biden really cares that much. Do you think he cares? Because surely he would have done something about it before, and he hasn't. Does he care? Does he care about it? Like, does he care? That's my question. I don't think he does. Oh, you might like this. I was messing around today. I thought you might like this.
I got hairy legs. Hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. In the sun.
Sorry, that was very childish, but it just made me laugh. I heard it and I thought, I'll put that on there. Thing is, UK pay per litre where USA pays per gallon. Yeah. So, how much in a US gallon to a metric litre? So that is 3.7541. So let's put that in there. Times that by, let's say £1.52, because I can't be bothered to put all the other bits in. So that's £5.75. So pound to dollar conversion. So that would be $7.29 a gallon. That's what we pay for our diesel. I think he tried some federal law. He said to Ranger, stop blocking. Yeah, he doesn't want the Texas. Are they the Texas Rangers? I thought it was just a TV show. The National Guard. I thought it was. I thought it was the Texas National Guard. Wanted them to move. I mean, I don't think the Texas guys are going to move when the feds turn up. I could see that getting very messy very quickly. Apart from gun law, America is very similar now to us. Yeah, in many ways it is. Yeah, I feel like all of us are having our values gradually eroded away. James says Biden doesn't care. I don't think he cares. I just don't think he cares. And that's not necessarily a dig at Democrats. I just personally don't think the man gives a flying hoot. Avedon says Biden is trying to get more money out of this by passing a new bill on securing the border. Thing is, Trump had it all set up and Biden took it down, what was in place. Yeah, he did that almost straight away, didn't he? And he said what everybody was saying yesterday was he was attaching the funding to Ukraine to the border bill that he was trying to get through. So seems like blackmail to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, James. So does he not care if the border is open or closed? I think what we're saying is he doesn't care if it's open. He doesn't care. Sorry, I'm just listening to that. Van Chick says mass media won't cover this. What does that say to you? Well, Van Chick, that was the same with the whole Canadian thing. They won't cover it. They did in the UK. There's been protests. They won't cover it unless it fits their agenda, or they want to dehumanize the people that are doing it. Then they don't show it. Honestly, that's what happens. The first thing Biden did was undo Trump's successful border policy. Yeah. I remember when he got in power, and it was just like, right, I'm just undoing all this, and then I still can't work out the flipping, to this day, what he was thinking about cancelling that oil pipe, because as soon as he did that, he made the whole of America vulnerable to changes in fuel prices due to Russia and what was going on over there, which is not ideal, really. And I still don't understand why. What I mean, maybe you guys, because I obviously I'm not in America. I don't follow your politics closely enough to understand. But I don't. Why did he cancel that oil pipe? What was the reason for it? And I want to hear both sides of whether you think it's good or whether you think it's bad. It'd be nice to know. Everyone says Texas National Guard kicked the federal border patrol agents out and secured the border completely. No way. It's secure at the moment, but Biden can federalize the National Guard, which would be a grave mistake. Does he know that? Does he know that if he does that, it could end bad? Mark, he's off. Right, I'm off for some dinner. Take care, mate. Big love. And peace to our American friends. Amen, brother. Nice to see you, Mark. Have a good one, my friend. And say hello to your lovely wife for me. She's a very nice lady. Cat C, Biden doesn't even know if anybody changed his diaper today. We need to see who's behind the curtain. Well, I know a lot of you seem to think Obama's running the show. I don't know.
It's another thing when you have actual negative people within the convoy. If they don't like what's going on in the convoy, then they need to be on the other side and not within. If you call out on it, they don't like it. God bless all of them. I hope they have safe travels.
I got hairy legs. Hairy legs that turn blonde. Get me some. Get me some.
So I just felt the urge. I'm just listening. It's kicked off in Zello at the moment. Ah, right, okay. Well, I understand that then. That's fair enough. I get it. Seems like a fair reason. What is going on in Zello at the moment? Something's going down.
Attention to the human condition.
So there's some upset about
irony, though. Truth was literally staring him in the face, and for him to ask the question, "What is truth?" He says, "I'm the way, truth, and life." You know, that's an ironic thing to say.
they've got upset with somebody in the convoy because somebody in the convoy has been negative, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Always a red. Hi, John. I'm late as ever. What's kicked off? So they've got into Texas. They stopped at Flying J's, and they appear to be making their way. I missed the flipping sign then. I was hoping to see what it said on that sign. Why can it freeze on the sign? I can't flipping see it. It's too small on my screen. But wherever they are,
Welcome to Houston. Take our board back. As we enter Houston, remember, stay on the I-10 West. Should you get this Detached, I-10 West.
I-10 West. There you go. Look at that. It's like they're new. So they're on they've got into Houston, and no, not Houston. And sorry, I'm murdering all of the names of your cities. Yeah, they're into Houston, and they're heading west on I-10. There was some talk on Zello that somebody in the convoy or some people in the convoy have been negative about the convoy. I will say on the streamers, I haven't seen any of that, but I haven't been following it all day, every day. But I should think at this point they've been driving for 3 days. They're probably tired. They're probably a little cranky. So they're probably all just getting a little bit antsy with each other, as anybody would. We also looking out and vetting the convoy as well. That's why there's so many stops on the way, so we can talk to the ones who joined to make sure they aren't anyone trying to cause truck chaos. Yeah, well, that's. Are you doing? Hang on, are you in the convoy? Are you actually in the convoy? That's awesome if you are. I think. I think you're bound to get something like that. I just hope that by streaming it and doing this as a Brit, that it might put some more eyes on it, because people on this side of the pond might be able to see it more by searching for it. Mike Wilson's not happy about it. Mike Wilson says, a bunch of losers wasting gas. That's, hey, you're entitled to your point of view. So, Mike, why? Just explain why. Why have you got to that point? Why do you think that? I'd like to know. I'm not. This is just from research I gathered from everything I've been seeing. Yeah, I did wonder that. They yeah, they joined. Some people joined at Texas when they got there. So Bonehead trucker, who's there in his car, he radioed them to say that he was going to join the convoy, and that he was going to stream it or whatever. And they were all good. They were all good. Thank you for the update. 10-4, good buddy. Hey, no problem. No problem, my friend. It's not going to accomplish anything. Well, this has been a big question, hasn't it? This has been a big question from the start. What is this out to accomplish? So, I don't really know is the answer. In some respects, is it, you could say it's showing solidarity for Texas and what's going on. Maybe the other part.
Here's Jiggy Bear, mile marker outside of 14 coming up on you guys.
Also, it might be just to do with just showing support as a patriot. Maybe maybe they're like, I want to support America. I want to support Texas. It's the Lone Star State. All that kind of stuff. Maybe it's because, like somebody else said, they said that they thought that it would help Trump get reelected. I just find that hard to. I can't see how a convoy that's so divisive by nature because of all the comments that I'm seeing from both sides. I don't know how that would affect a re-election. Look at all the people on the bridge. People are pleased to see him. So I don't know. And I don't assume that they're going down to. I've not heard anything about them armed and that they're going to be at the border. It seems that they said that quite clearly that they're not going to the border. I don't know. Is it raising awareness and showing support? I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. You guys, you Americans, I'm just thinking I'm thinking Smoking the Bandit. I'm thinking Cannonball Run. I'm thinking Vanishing Point, Convoy, that kind of rebel kind of spirit that you guys have. You're like, we're just gonna hit the road and make a point, you know. So that's what I think. I just love seeing all the American cars, and trucks. It's great. There is one place called Child Ranch in Texas. They are giving a place for the Convoy and plan to have a massive revival. Ah, right, okay. That's pretty cool. Poor Dirt Farmer is waving. That is a cute doggo you've got there. I'm squinting and I'm like, why can't I see? It's because I've not got my glasses on. It looks like he's chewing his own paw. Or he's chewing something else, another animal. Welcome, Poor Dirt Farmer. Nice to see you. The Freedom Convoy got the point across in Canada. Yes, it did. It definitely did. But I feel like I'll be honest. I feel like that was a lot bigger than this one. Like a lot bigger. There was massive amounts of trucks. In fact, there were more trucks than there were anything else there. Hello from Florida. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. It's accomplished its goal. We will keep suing and keep them answering. Absolutely. Well, you know, people. I was listening to somebody talking about it, and they were saying. I say I was listening. I was reading in somebody else's chat. They were like, "Oh yeah, got them nowhere. Look what happened to them. Their bank accounts frozen, their trucks wrecked, and they were in prison." But as time has gone on, that's not the outcome. The outcome has become that now Trudeau is on the hook of getting sued. So it did accomplish stuff. So, and he could potentially get time. And the vice president. Rhodesian Ridgebacks, the African lionhound dogs. Yeah, they're proper dogs. Them. They get all up. They get annoyed. They're quite like. They get on their stanches, and then their back, you get that big ridge on the top. That is flipping terrifying. I remember as a kid, my neighbour had a Ridgeback, and that thing just hated us. Me and my mate, if we were playing and we went near it, it would, and the ridge would come up, and we'd run for the hills. Sariosa Cooper, hello from West Virginia. There are a lot of West Virginians that are heading to Texas. We stand with Texas. See, this is the other side of it. We're only seeing a little tiny part of this convoy. We are not seeing all the other ones that are heading in from all over the place. So it could be absolutely massive by the time it gets there. We're just seeing one, part of it. It seems to be all the streamers are within one of the convoys. Let's have a look and see if we can ping another one on, because my internet is feeling lucky today by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Come on. Has he sorted out his stream yet? Let's have a quick look. Beta Boys 1.0. Adam. Good lad. Man, he's getting trolled. Poor guy. No, nothing. Oh, no, we're on. Okay. Let me see if I can get him in. He just likes to fart quite a lot as well, just so you know. Oh, no, it's gone offline. So Adam's interesting because he's, as I understand it, he was a liberal. And he, unless he was completely playing with everybody, he he was saying that basically he's kind of not completely swapped sides. So he was saying some of what the convoy says he doesn't agree with. But then he's also saying that some of it he really does agree with. And so that, there has to be a middle ground, and he's going because he wants to show that, there are some points that need sorting that the left and the right need to agree on and be unified on. So, yeah, fair game. Almost every major city in Canada had truckers and supporters at every legislature building, keeping the pressure on. It was mint. It was awesome. I hadn't heard that in ages. It was mint. We say that in the UK. Mint, mate. That looks mint. Yeah, that it was amazing, man. It was amazing what they did. And now the French are going absolutely. They're covering all those buildings in poo. Literally. Hi WV. Hello LR. It shows working people are fed up with the globalist politicians screwing us over. It's happening across mainland Europe with farmers blockading as they've been shafted to power to the people. Yeah, I'm with you. We're all. This is just one of many stupid things that the West are doing. We are getting shafted everywhere, and like, I tell you what, right? When I went to New York is supposed to be a liberal city, and we were staying on Long Island with some families there, and their church there were barely any men, and we said, "Why are there hardly any men here?" And they said, "Well, a lot of us, because taxes have been raised so high, they're having to work like multiple jobs just to keep the wolves from the door." And people are losing their houses that they've had for like 2 and 3 generations. And the reason that's happening is because they raised the taxes on Long Island because they basically want to get the port off Long Island and make it more like the Hamptons at the bottom. And so when we went, they said, look at the police force. So the Long Island cops are on like a 6-figure salary. They're all fat, every one of them, and you go past the police station and it is literally Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes. And when you think about it, a New York City cop doesn't get anywhere near the amount of money that a Long Island cop does, and probably does a more dangerous job by all accounts. So that's in a liberal state, and that's happening. So it doesn't seem to matter if you're left or right. You're going to get done over one way or another, and it's wrong. And we're getting it here. You can't drive anywhere without somebody. The taxes we have got in the UK is unbelievable. So you get your wage, and let's say we want to buy something from the shop. So I'm going to buy myself a drink. Well, depends on what drink it is. So this drink has got sugar in it. So this has a tax on it. And then you pay sugar tax, but there's also value added tax, which is VAT, and that's 20% on pretty much everything apart from children's clothes and some food items. Then on top of that, you've got your car. So you've got to tax it just to drive it on the road, which I'm guessing you guys have like a license or whatever, but that varies. It can be anywhere from 30 quid all the way up to, I think the most expensive is like £300 plus. Then we've got tax on our fuel, tax on our insurances, so we have to pay insurance premium tax. You've got like everything. Anything you buy, anything that you need, you pay tax on, and they're all different kinds of taxes and whatever. With the company I had before, we had to pay duty on everything. So if you made beer, you would have to pay your duty based on how much alcohol there is, which means ultimately the person that buys the beer at the end of it is also paying extra tax on the beer. It's just bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. Anyway, I'll stop ranting. Canada stands with Texas. I think it does. Yazam09 says, remember this terrible situation on November and make America great again.
Amen, brother.
Cooper, so I don't want to murder your first name. I'm really sorry. And I'm really tired. I've been to England. I like Great Yarmouth. Great Yarmouth's all right, isn't it? It's not bad. It's Teesside Best, Luke John. Hello, mate. Find it funny that these truckers are driving to a border with a mighty wall built by the hands of Donald Trump himself. But it's not. Where they're going, I don't think there's a border wall, as I understand it, Luke John. It's the wall itself, it never got completed, did it? So, yeah. I would like to see England and Ireland as well one day. Yeah, Ireland's beautiful. And there's beautiful places in England. Scotland. If you ever get a chance to go to Scotland, Scotland's pretty epic. Ireland, can you hear that? Can you hear the Zello in the background here? Got another one for you. Is it this one?
I got hairy legs. Hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. In the sun. If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done.
Ireland is a beautiful. I'd say my my grandma was Irish. She was.
God bless our Canadian brothers and sisters. Much love from Pennsylvania.
She was
Also President Trump too.
she was a Lawler, and when me and my wife got married, I took her over to Ireland and I proposed to her in the President's Park. And if you, Karen, if you've been there, which I think you probably would have done at some point, it's the bench where there's a little pond with swans in it. It's the bench just on the hill on the right of that. There you go. Reptilians. Yeah, I heard this theory. I don't know. I haven't really. I don't know what to believe about that. It seems a bit mad. I'm not really a conspiracy theorist by all accounts, but it does seem like there's a lot of conspiracies that have kind of come true. Behind the elites, they say. Who knows? Luke, they're not farmers. They're not farmers. Not that type of farmer. I have beautiful rosary from Ireland. I cherish it. Oh, that's nice. Bless you, LR. I have a rose petal rosary from Ireland. It's so pretty and smells nice. That's nice. Rock on the sugar tax. Don't mind if the tax from it went back into the NHS to fight obesity. Mate, I'm with you. I am. That is so true. This is the problem. These taxes don't go back to what they're supposed to do. They honestly don't. This whole ULEZ thing is just for Transport of London because it's broke because of COVID. That's all that is. And that's actually going to them. But the rest of the taxes is a joke. I think if we're paying sugar tax, and same with the tax on alcohol, that should be going directly to the NHS. So, and there should be better help provided for those reasons from that funding. Because this is the problem. We're in a place where it's like, you pay your money, you can do what you like. So it's like, oh, it's terrible, you've got a polluting car or you've got this. But if you pay enough money, you can pollute as much as you like. It's fine. So it's all good for the rich. That's nice. Mine is green granite that is quarried there in Ireland is an unbreakable chain, but no smell. Where are all these trucks? Yeah, I know, right? There does not appear to be many semis, but Catchy 95. I know that there's some other convoys coming in to join them, so they're on I-10, going through Houston at the moment. But yeah, I agree. There's not that many trucks. Yeah, me too. Ooh, sounds very pretty. Hello. I'm gonna try and skip through them. Van Chick says nearly 10 million people have crossed our border illegally without knowing who they are, where they go, or what they're doing here. Dangerous cartel, drug, human traffickers, jihadists included. I heard yesterday was 6 million, so it could be 10. Who knows? It's in the millions though, isn't it? Like Great Wall of China that finishes 50 feet into the sea. Oh man. Have you got a link to the facts, Van Chick? Yeah, it'd be handy if you. It'd be nice to see, because we got a figure of 6 million before, which seems like a lot. I was surprised that it was that much, but like the numbers that the Texas guys were talking about, that Abbott had talked about how many they were processing a day, then the six it's in the millions. There's no doubt. Mental. BRB going for a dart. No, I haven't been there. It's lovely. It's a lovely place. No, keep ranting. Fishy Rishi was not even elected by his own party. Mate, he wasn't. He was not elected by his own party. He was not elected by any of us. Like, what is with that? And the cheek of the bugger. So he messed up all the duty rates on beer. And then he turned up to the Great British Beer Festival, and because he's a Hindu, he doesn't drink. So he pulled a pint, and somebody heckled him, and then he smegged off. And I missed it. I just saw him briefly. He's tiny as well. I saw him briefly, and I thought, oh, damn it, I wish I'd been there. Because if I'd been close to him, I would have proper, like, done something silly, probably. Like, said something silly, or tried to knock his pint out of his hand. Man gets shot at Great British Beer Festival. That's what it would have been. But yeah, it is. As for US, Biden has been a disaster, embarrassing. Trump will be the first president to win 3 in a row. Sorry, Lancashire farmers. Wink, wink. This convoy is to bring attention to the seriousness of the situation. The fact that Biden, I see what you did there, and administration is destabilizing the USA. That is what's happening all over the world. The same handful of evil, greedy people. Yeah, I am inclined to agree with that. Eat veggies.
Wouldn't have it any other way, would you?
And a nice piece of meat. I had tonight chips, not potato chips, like real chips. What do you call them? Fries. Had fries, and then we had like a chicken that my wife made by hand with like breadcrumbs, and it had like a layer of cheese and tomato and all sorts of stuff. And it was really, really nice. I did enjoy it. We're trying this new thing where you guys, I no doubt have HelloFresh, so we tried that for a bit, and I just got sick of it. And I felt like everything kind of tasted the same. And then I started nicknaming it the Prison Food Simulator, and said I'm no longer paying for this. So we tried another thing, because that was the other thing. The meat in the HelloFresh was just trash. Little tiny. There was a chicken thing we had, and there wasn't a piece of chicken bigger than a pea, garden pea. So we tried these other ones, which are like they have the cards, but then they have like a spice mix pack, and they tell you how to put it all together, and it's blooming lovely. Did you see the video of New York police being beaten up by an illegal? No, I haven't seen that. That's awful. Right, time to get back to moving boxes. New year, new house. Hey, nice one, Luke. Oh, no, don't tell me on here where you're moving to, because it's not the place. But good luck. There's nothing worse than moving out, so good luck. Sunshine Casey. Bang on the money, van chick.
Be glad to have you. Come on down.
Right, I'm going to try. If I put that here, I wonder if you guys can hear this. Oh, they're not typical, isn't it? They stop talking in a minute.
Where are they stopping when they pass through Houston? Anybody got an idea yet?
And hold it and talk.
When is the convoy arriving at Flying J?
I thought they'd been to Flying J already.
Well, they just left the Flying J just a little bit ago.
This is the Flying J past Katy westbound.
I think the dude's missed it.
Yeah, we just stopped at the Flying J past Louisiana border.
Come back.
We are at the Flying J in Katy. I think 204.
Boy, bonehead truckers is really coming in on y'all. Maybe it's an issue with mainstream media calling y'all a trucker convoy, or the numbers that they were putting out saying there were 700,000, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, I feel like right now, y'all are having an issue. Y'all are all wanting the same thing. Y'all are all focused on the same outcome. And right now, the devil playing in, and he's using distinction that's going to tear y'all apart. And I hate to see that, but I definitely see a couple different streamers, and whether they're using it for their own monetary means or be it whatever, they're using it to come against what y'all are doing. Now, I paid attention to what y'all are doing, and I see that y'all are doing it for the right reasons. Y'all have been pretty vocal about y'all not being a trucker convoy, that y'all only got one truck. Y'all been pretty transparent the whole time I've been following, or I wouldn't be following. You're going to run into that. Don't let it discourage y'all from doing what you're doing. And, just keep pushing, man. Keep rolling, and y'all be safe.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Basically, someone being within the convoy being negative.
Oh, they're going in hard on Bonehead Trucker. The thing is, right? They are. He's right, actually. These guys have never said truck convoy, and I guess that's partly. I'm probably part of that problem, because that's a classic example of how the news manipulates stuff. Because I read in the news in the UK that there was this massive truck convoy. There was going to be 700,000 trucks. Now, where did that come from? We've kind of been sold that there's all these trucks, but the convoy leader, I've got to say that they're right. They've never said that there was going to be loads of trucks. They just said it's going to be a big convoy. Nothing about trucks. Really interesting, actually. Makes that guy made a very valid point. So, because also the other side to it, when they gave out this figure of 700,000 blooming trucks, it's not even possible anyway because it would cause chaos, and I don't think Texas would appreciate that anyway. It just doesn't sound like a good thing. So.
Happy with the fact the mainstream media blew it out of proportion, and early on it kept getting promoted as a truckers convoy, and I witnessed that myself. Now it didn't turn out to be a truckers convoy, and you've all been transparent about that, but at first that's how it was promoted, and so that's all I'm going to say on it. I ain't taking sides.
Right, yeah. That's how we saw it. Was in the news.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Whoever did the promotion, that was on them. It's not on the actual convoy itself. Everybody's been transparent from the get-go. I just feel that he just keeps going at it. And then he's starting to name certain other streamers that have been also transparent that they take care of their own gas, their own hotel, et cetera, et cetera. I know there's I guess GoFundMe for the whole convoy. I'm not sure when I went to it, I seen what it was for, but he needs to go directly to the parties of that GoFundMe. But lashing out at the other streamers that's in the convoy and lashing out about how many trucks there's not there, yeah, that's not a go for me.
He's been bashing the convoy for 200 miles. I'm getting quite tired of it.
I agree, Kathy and Jiggy Bear.
Maybe next meeting at the next stop, something can be brought up to maybe stop it.
Hot herd tough cowboys, their cocks throbbing hard. 18 more wild cowboys every
That's hilarious. That was hilarious. Somebody trolled it.
No, that's not the original Smoots. If you look, there's triple zeros. That is not the original Smoots. Thank you, Chad.
Do you know though, LR? I don't know if you remember this, but when we had the Canadian truckers with the Zello, oh man, the trollage on there was just Zello is just rife with trolls. It's just such an easy target. The one thing I did notice with Bonehead Truckers, who we're following at the moment, he his initial video was indifferent about the convoy, and he was saying how he didn't think that there would be that many trucks, and that he couldn't work out why they were meeting at Bucky's, but he thought it was a good thing. So I'm surprised that he has joined and then had a go at them. But then the other side to it is, I saw the thumbnail of his video or his stream now is exposing the convoy in big letters, almost like he kind of needs some drama. So maybe he's a bit of a T channel where they like to cause a bit of drama, and that's what gets him the views, and that's what he's after. I don't know. I mean, he comes across as a nice guy, but they're all getting very upset with him. I think if it were me, I'd just let him get on with it. Just concentrate on what you guys are doing in that convoy. You're doing a good job. You haven't caused any trouble so far. You're driving along. You're expressing your freedoms and your rights. You've got a good cause. You just ignore it. Get on with it. You know, we're all backing you. We all want you to do well. So that's what I think. Yeah, Davine, they do sound like they're on the older side. Arrestations of farmers are beginning in France. 79 arrested. Oh man, that's not good. Vive la France. So what? Lycrates, what are they? What are they arresting them for exactly? Are they just? Are they doing it for? Like just for protesting? Was it like criminal damage and stuff? So I'm just listening to this troll on Zello. Hang on 1 second. I'm just 817. Exit 817. They've just passed on I-10. All I can say is the trolls are going in hard on Zello. It looks like they don't have a moderator, which is insane. That's quite a naive thing to do. Officially obstacle to circulation. Is that literally they've been arrested for being? Oh, there's some people across. Yeah, I can't believe it. They've got Zello, and there's no moderators on. So there's people getting pretty. Oh, there's the thumbnail. Convoy exposed, which I just think's a bit. I don't know. I thought he was trying to be impartial, but clearly not. Let's see who else we can get on. Here we go. Let me because there's a lot going on there. I might just take myself off camera a second and just have a little listen, and then I'll come back in a minute. I'll leave you with these guys for the moment. I'll be back shortly. Let me put
Yo, be careful going through Houston. Are you coming in like right?
Right, I'm back on. I'm back. It was getting a little tense there, but it's nothing much. Just people trolling, and that's what they've got with their lives. They've got nothing better to do, so let them get on with it. They're not really doing anybody any harm as such. They're just being knobs, or as we would say in the UK, bellends. So basically, the French farmers are getting grief now. Haven't seen Beta Boy in about 2 years, I guess. Yeah, seems like a nice guy, actually, to be fair. I've heard so many farmers on social networks, only a few understood that EU is like for everyone. Yeah, it is. You're right. You're not wrong. Mayor, how you doing, man? Are you okay? I haven't seen you in ages. How's life treating you, old boy? I hope you're well. I'm surprised you're not in this convoy. See moving Mav. When trucks are moving through Texas just to deliver goods, they can stack up for miles with 0% effort. Yeah, I can believe it, eh? Gosh, I sound like a Canadian then. I said A on the end of it. So if they decide to organise, it could be quite a sight. Well, what do you know? What's really interesting, Mav, is that I think the media has done a number on these guys because, and in fact, I might even change my title of my video and the thumbnail, because these guys never said it was like a specific trucker convoy. They said trucks are obviously welcome, but they said it's a convoy. So they didn't say that it was going to be any number of trucks. But what happened is the media, so the article I read said there were going to be 700,000 trucks rolling in. And that was just never a thing. But these guys never said that. So basically, they're trying to set him up to fail, which is pretty dirty, really. It's typical media trick. Nothing surprises me with what the media does. The mainstream media is dirty, man. Really dirty. Hi, hello, mate. It's good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day, wondering if you're all right. How did you find the Beta Boys one? Well, what? Oh, excuse me, I'm burping. I was looking through lives earlier, just trying to catch up really with what was going on because I was busy today. So before I came on the live, I thought I'd see if I could. Oh, ow! I hit my elbow. I was trying to catch up and see what was going on and what was the score really and where things were at. And I found him just. It just said that he was doing a live, so I went over and watched him, and I thought it was really interesting. And his perspective is really interesting, and his kind of story is pretty cool. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. I just enjoyed listening to what he was saying, and I thought what he was saying was very valid about that we should try and have some unity in everything. Was it a good Pete? It was an excellent wee, actually, if I'm honest. I should have treated myself to a sit down one, but I didn't feel like I had enough time. A luxury wee, that's called. Yeah, that's right, Ray. I have surgery back in June to rebuild my shoulder. So now I'm working to build a customized 81 Corvette. You go steady, old boy. Don't be overdoing it since you've got some work on yourself. Just take it nice and easy. Take it easy, brother. But yeah, would love to see some photos of the Corvette. Yeah, I saw. But was it them, Ray? Was it them that advertised that, or because I saw a lot of stuff that was being shared, and the convoy people were saying, "No, that's not us. That's from the the People's Convoy or something that was like way before. So, and they never. I don't think they claimed that. I definitely don't think it was them. Bonehead Truckers is doing a live stream. Yeah, we had him on earlier. It seems there's been some kind of disagreement there. I'm not going to go into it much, but yeah, it's life, isn't it? Yeah, that guy riding along with them, and they are all pissed about it. Yeah, there seems to be something going on. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he was getting into this. He lives in Houston. Still, the way the route was described, they're gathering truckers, vehicles along the way, Florida, Louisiana, and then to the Texas border. Wouldn't expect anything until they're closer to the weekend. Movie Mav, I think the same thing. I said that from day one. We're only following one line of the multiple lines that are going in to Texas, so I don't think we are going to see everything. I honestly don't. I'm too old and grumpy to take it easy. I know that feeling. I was peeling stickers off a van today, and my fingers are like uber sore. Ray says, "I think so." Yeah, it was going down, man. It was going down. Truckers are busy. What one would think they may agree with this, but they don't have the time to do it. Yeah, I mean, this is the other thing, isn't it? I don't know what your cost of living's like out there, but I assume you've all got bills to pay, so maybe you guys can't do anything really until the weekend anyway. So yeah, it's not easy for you guys. But yeah, I think that so far, to be honest, I think they've done blooming well. I think they've done really well. They seem to be pretty well organised. They're they're trucking down there. They've picked up more people as they've gone along. They've been looking after one another. They've been kind of leading the convoy well. We saw the police holding roads and stuff for them. So, I think they've had a breakdown or two along the way, but yeah, they all seem to be looking after each other. And on the whole, I think they're doing really well. And there's bound to be a bit of grief and a bit of what's the word? A bit of anger, but they've been together for a long time. That's a epic drive. So Beat Boys has just gone. His live's just gone down. Let's see who else we can put on. Yeah, this guy's. We'll go with Travel Fun 69. Let's put this guy on. Let's try and sell me an advert. There's some random lady on my stream. I have no idea who she is. So let's change that. My wife uses this account occasionally when I forget to. I've left it logged in on my TV, and then she goes in and she watches stuff, and it's all like really girly. And now I can't get rid of it. Why will it not go? Try again. Here we go. So this is Travel Fun 69. He's been with it pretty much from the very start as well. There we go. Oh. Traffic's getting a little tight. Do.
if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, in the sun.
Ray says very expensive. Yeah, I know you guys pay a lot of money for stuff. We do. We're paying a lot of money. You sent me something on Discord. I'll have a look. I will. I'm logged out on my phone at the moment, so I can't see it. And on here, I don't have Discord at the moment. So when I get inside, my friend, I will have a butcher's, as they say. I will have a look. Is it your Corvette? Mainstreams by us are awful. I've thrown my TV since 5 years. No more brainwashing. Still some good stuff by you in the US. Yeah, there's the news is just so twisted. Like, honestly, it's just you can't believe anything unless, like, I'll give you an example. I read a news article just a few days ago, and it sounded not quite right. So I went to the news story, the link that it gave you, and the data from it didn't look quite right. And then that was like another story. So it wasn't taking its information from a source, it was taking its information from another story. So I went into that one, used the source from that. That went to another story with some vague data, and that had a link. And when we went in and had a look at the link, the data that had been gathered together to make the headline was completely nefarious. It was nonsense. But they don't expect you to go hunting 4 layers deep to try and find out what the truth is. That's the problem. So how's the economy in Britain now? It's flipping dire. So what they're trying to do, I'm going to turn my heater down because it's a bit hot. Oh gosh, nearly melted a plastic bag there. So our economy, where is it at? It's very, very slow growth. The sort of small independents companies, they're kind of trying to squash out for big corporations. That certainly is what I kind of get the vibe. And it's not doing well. There are a few people doing quite well, but on the whole, it's very difficult. It's not as good as it has been. But well, I think they're hoping that all the money that they're going to be spending on defence will revive the economy, but I can't see it somehow. Ray says, if you can explain what happened during COVID, we heard crazy things about what was going on over here. It just didn't, like, it was just stupid. A lot of it didn't make a lot of sense, and the rules were just mental. And the mad bit was that the people that are setting the rules, so they were like, oh, you must lock down, you must do this, you can't see people, you can't go to a funeral, you can't, you can't get married, you can't see your newborn baby, you can't see, like, there was loads and loads of rules, and it was just ridiculous. And then the final straw of it all was we found out that the very people that were making the rules weren't abiding by the rules. They were having parties, they were going and hanging out. They even had a party at 10 Downing Street because it was classed as work in their mind. Quite often, loads of drinks would be brought to 10 Downing Street after meetings and things like that, and they were classing it as work. And then, it was just going on and on like that. It was just flipping. It was a joke. They were just absolutely taking the piss out of us, if I'm honest. And we lost family and stuff in it, and that's life. But yeah, I don't think I think lockdown was a joke. I just don't think I don't think it did anything other than cause grief. Honestly, don't think it did anything. Just affected people's mental health. The numbers of suicide in the first week were just insane. It was just awful. So Ray says, I quit watching TV 20 years ago, man. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Trying to find the link. Tucker was speaking with the organizer of the border protest. Right, Lieutenant Colonel, but I'm not finding it. Do you know what? Moving Mav, there were a lot of people yesterday saying that they couldn't even find anything on these streams. They couldn't even find us. Couldn't find what was going on or what was happening. And yeah, it was an absolute. Yeah, it was being buried by the media, but I think they're less bothered now because it's not been as hard to find anything. But on the first couple of days, it was definitely being suppressed. We saw you guys on lockdown and Johnson going to parties. Yeah, man, he was. But he wasn't just him. So he's obviously right. We had the Liberals, Labour. There were like multiple that got in trouble. One went to a wedding with like 200 people or something. Another guy got in trouble for something or other. Then this silly fool got caught going miles and miles from his house, and he said he was testing his new glasses or something. It was just so stupid. But it just shows they didn't believe in the lockdown themselves. So, I mean, I think in this country, if they asked us to do it again, everybody would tell them to do one. And the only people that would stay in are probably the vulnerable. So, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a bit about it. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his stance is on it, but they're all getting a bit upset with him at the moment. But I don't know either way. I don't know what his agenda is or anything. I don't even know if he has an agenda. Maybe he's just saying what he sees. I don't know. People could not go to the park. No, we couldn't go to the park. We weren't allowed. So they said that you could go out, and then they said you couldn't go out. And then they tried flying drones over people that were walking their dogs. I mean, it was stupid. And then they said, well, actually, you can go out. The rules didn't make any sense at all. They were so stupid. And then in the supermarket, oh gosh, people were just getting triggered over every little thing. I just carried on as normal. I was just like, I'll wear the mask and all that, but I just want to get my stuff and get out. I don't particularly like food shopping, so I was just like, but people were just like being so pathetic about it. And then they were trying to get the dissent, they were getting neighbours to grass other neighbours up if they had people over, and police were dishing out fines. A lot of those fines, though, have had to be refunded now because a lot of the law wasn't legal. It's just a flipping joke. Luckily, where I lived, it was very private. I was working all the way through the pandemic pretty much anyway. And my wife's a key worker. The worst bit was the kids constantly getting sent home from school or having to, be stuck at home. But I took them to work with me. So I had 3 kids doing work and we were out delivering. It was really good fun, actually. So yeah, they can pack and pick as good as anybody else. The police would come and arrest people. Yeah, that's true. Here, they would not let you have an operation unless you had COVID vaccination. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah. Just now we've got all these excess deaths. Young people having heart attacks here and just dropping dead. So it's just horrendous. Lycrates says no injection, no shit test, no self station. BS signed Napoleon the First, and at the back of the F, yeah. I get the gist. You were not happy about it. We had a restaurant here that would not allow you to come in unless you had a COVID vac. They went out of business within a month. Oh, well, we had this crazy thing right at the beginning. This is the stupidity of it. So our now Prime Minister did this thing called Eat Out to Help Out. So if you went to a restaurant, so bearing in mind we had COVID, just going around, we were encouraged to go to restaurants and eat there, and the government would pay. It was like 20% of your bill or 50% of your bill or something like that. So that's what they did, which I thought was quite good to prop. They were trying to prop hospitality up, but then it kind of defeats the object of what they were trying to do. And then there was a guy called Matt Hancock that kind of got the complete wrong end of what Eat Out to Help Out meant and had an affair with his secretary. The link shows the map and direction 3 different border protests should be heading. So are they? Where is there a point at which they join up? Moving Mav. U.S. Texas, you all who are headed to the border to save us. Trump 24 says Daphne Bewley. Thank you, Daphne, for coming in and putting your point across. Ray says they started trying to say you had to have a shot card to fly an airport. Oh yeah, we had all that. Yeah, you couldn't go anywhere, do anything. With all the interaction with Border Patrol and Texas Guard, it's probably be better to keep a distance from the park. Yeah. Yeah, I think Border Patrol and Texas Guard. I didn't realize I know somebody in Border Patrol. I haven't spoken to him for a while. I certainly haven't spoken to him since all this has gone on. I never put the link in my mind that the Border Patrol were federal and the Texas National Guard were obviously Texans under Abbott. I just didn't twig. So I'm glad I didn't say anything about it because or I haven't had a conversation with them because, yeah, I mean, he, from what I can gather, is probably very much on the side of the Texas crew, to be honest. So, yeah, he's a good guy. I live in Texas, and we're all on total. Excuse me, I got hiccups. You were on total lockdown in Texas. I didn't think you were. I didn't think you had one. Yep. So now they have all these people dying of heart trouble, and airline pilots too. Oh my gosh, I know, it's scary. Isn't it? It's sad though. It's all the lots of young people that are suffering with it. My mate's sister, she's younger than me, just dropped dead in the middle of the street. Gone. My daughter's friend, her older sister, they were driving along in the car. She just died. Younger than me. Yeah, it's not good, man. So all those that say, "Oh no, it's not like I've flipping seen it. I've seen it with firsthand," and I feel mugged off for taking the damn thing. To be honest. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? Marantha, hello. Hello, Marantha. Welcome back. How are you today? Have you had a good day? What's been going on? Anything exciting? I'm actually going to wind it up in 15 minutes because I am absolutely shattered and I would like to try because there's nothing really happened per se today other than they've actually made it into Texas and they seem to be doing all right. It's been a little fractious, but yeah, they're doing okay and yeah, they're cracking on. So I think it's all going to get really exciting sort of from tomorrow to Saturday. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I really hope it works out for him. My 2 sons, my older quit his job because they wanted to force him to be injected. He just answered it. Yeah, I know, right? There are some doctors from England that talk about stuff like that on alternative media that you never hear about. Yeah, it's true. It's true, and they're not wrong. They're proper, well-educated professionals, not conspiracy theorists, and they were very much pro the vaccine and getting it done, and since then are disgusted with the behaviour. I'm okay. 8 pancakes and scrambled eggs. That's weird. Pancakes with scrambled eggs. I can't imagine that. See here, pancakes you have with like syrup or ice cream, or we have this thing where we put lemon and then lemon juice, and then we put loads of sugar and then roll it up. I mean, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I guess. I don't know if you do that, but yeah, that's what we do. Kevin did, yeah, I know, right? I know. 100%. Pancakes, yeah. She says, yeah. Yeah, the US Army said they wanted everyone to get shots. They suddenly said, no worries, you don't need shots, and come back. Yeah, right. They did it here. They were trying. So somebody made a point on one of my videos and started going mad about it. And their point was that it was nice that I wasn't being selfish by saving other people by having the vaccine. But the vaccine didn't stop it from being contagious. It just stops you from being dead, from what we could gather. And it all came out after that they never, the vaccine companies or the big pharmaceutical companies, they never said that it would stop the transmission. And we were sold it as like, oh, if you do that, then you'll save people, when the reality wasn't that at all. So it's just utter nonsense. And then they wanted that was the comment that they made. They were like, how would you have felt if all the doctors and nurses hadn't had their jabs? Well, the fact was they didn't. Loads of them didn't. Loads and loads of the health professionals would not take it. And they protested because they said, if you don't take the vaccine, we're going to kick you out of their job. So they all went and protested at Parliament, and they put their uniforms on the floor outside Parliament. And when those politicians saw it, they realised that if they did that, the National Health Service would fall to its knees. So they said, yeah, actually, you're right. You don't have to. Just, man, just been cleaning up the house today. I've been peeling stickers off a van with a hot air gun, and my ends of my fingers are absolutely raw. And you can't see anything, but it's like just before they start to blister. And I've got to do the bonnet and one door tomorrow. I've done all the hard bit pretty much, but it was 4 degrees, so I was freezing, but my hands were red hot. But yeah, it was good fun. Yep. I never trust a vaccination that got pushed through FDA so quick. Oh, mate. Yeah, you're not wrong. Great breakfast. It is a great breakfast. I don't know. I can't do savoury pancakes. It's just not. Never had pancakes with lemon juice. Right. So what you do, you get your lemon juice, you squirt it all over. Don't go mental, but you like squirt it over your pancake. So our pancakes are like that, like sort of quite big. I mean, if you have little pancakes, I don't think it would work as well. If you have like a big one, a bit like a crepe, where you fry it, then put your lemon juice on and then sprinkle sugar all over it and then roll it up. And then we cut it up and eat it. Wrap bacon in a pancake and dip it in syrup. Yeah, maple syrup. Oh, ooh. I got some the other day from our a Lidl, a German store here, and they had proper Canadian, like from Canada, maple syrup, and it was beautiful, absolutely. And a bit, if you get bacon, just cook bacon with a bit of maple syrup. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oi, 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 oi. Hello, Square Table. How you doing, Joey? You're right, mate. It's all been happening here for the last 3 days. I hope you're okay. What a legend. Joey's got a podcast. If you Americans like your podcasts, go and check out Joey's channel. Joey came and met me. Was it last year, Joey? I feel like it was last year. Was it the year before? He's a massive dude. He's just a big dude, and he's a Browns fan. And he's a legend. The man's a legend. And he was very surprised at how we drive in the UK because we all drive stick. We nearly none of us drive automatics. Oh, sorry, I didn't read your comment, Ray. So they made all those people get shots, and now they're having trouble with it. And then now they say you don't need any shots in the army. I know, mate. It's just nonsense, isn't it? Total and utter nonsense. Oreo Express is trying to get his overlay just quite right. There we go. Mayor saying hello, testing. So Mayor, Joey, we all kind of made friends during lockdown because we were all streaming and doing stupid stuff. I used to stay up very late at night and end up streaming and drinking with all those guys. It was good fun. The thing is, you Americans do talk different. So half the time, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. It's just you're like you've got all these inside jokes. I have no idea what they mean. So yeah, it's quite funny though. And also, Joey's a veteran. Mayor, are you a vet? I feel like you are. Or is that Jim's a vet, isn't he? Many nurses in Houston refused, and they all got fired. Flipping, it's wrong, isn't it? It's wrong. Interesting name, Square Table. Yeah, it is, isn't it? He's nuts. I'm a federal employee. They were getting ready to fire people who didn't get vaxxed, but there was a court decision. Well, there you go. I am a little bit tired, so have a good night. Do you know what? I'm going to wrap this up in about, well, I've been going 2 hours and 23 minutes now, ish. So we'll go into 2 hours 30, and then I am going to get out of this studio. I am going to go and have a cold drink of water. I am going to then go up to bed, get in bed, and relax. And I'm going to watch something completely unrelated to all of this because I feel like it's enveloped my life for the last 3 days. But Lycrates, love having you in. Good luck in France. Vive la France. Keep me updated with what's going on because I'm genuinely interested. And if there's anything I can cover about them, please let me know. I love France, beautiful place. I go to Nantes. I'm meant to be going this summer to Nantes. So look, I love the country. It's beautiful. SDI, I never get the chance to watch you live, but I do watch you later on. Thank you, Marantha. I have a fun channel and live YouTube. Live the YouTube dream. I met John here in person. He picked me up from the airport like a proper fellow. I did. We had a good laugh, didn't we? That's awesome. Square Table. That's awesome. Gnome's a legend. October 22. Yeah, I know I met Always a Red. Was he Always a Red? You came up to the brewery, didn't you? I'm sure that was. Yeah, I feel like. Am I going mad? No, because you came up, didn't you? Was that during lockdown? Were you being naughty? Always a Red. Outrageous. I was at the freedom protest in London, John. Very emotional seeing nurses lay down their uniforms. I'm very lucky that Andrew Brigden is my MP. He's a very good man and speaks the truth. He does, actually. He is a good guy. He is. They'll be dying to get him out. They'll be dying to get him out. But, yeah, he's a good guy, man. As good as they can be. I can understand that. The Chinese went crazy about lockdowns and many people. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, they flipping started it. Yes, I am US Air Force 8185. See, yeah, I knew you was. I knew you were a veteran. I keep looking at this camera, but I've got this one on today, and it's throwing me. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at you and being engaging. I keep looking at that one, But I feel like maybe I should swap it back. I don't know. Do you like this camera more or that camera more yesterday? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Marantha says, my ex used to drive me up the wall with dictionary words. What? No way. Oh, man. Like anti-disestablishmentarianism means the people against the people who are against the establishment. They are going into Houston now. There's a lot of people saying, hey, be careful going into Houston. Is that because it's predominantly a liberal area? I don't know. Are they going through the city itself? This can happen. You're born in Nantes? No way. You're joking. Have you been on the big mechanical elephant thing? Oh man, I didn't get to ride it, but it was a really hot chat. You're going to think we're losing our mind. In Nantes, in France, they have incredible architecture, and they have this massive, like, museum-y art exhibition with all these big wooden robotic machines. And there's one that is an elephant, and it's like probably 6 or 7 times the size of an elephant, and it moves along. And people get in and have a ride on it. And there must be like 40 people in this thing, but they fire water from the trunk. And me and my kids got absolutely soaked. It was hilarious. It was absolutely great fun. Lovely city, beautiful. Absolutely love the place. So I'm looking forward to going back there this summer. Also, there's a band called Alter from Nantes that's really cool. If you like kind of unusual rap and French rap and stuff, Alter it's called. It's quite cool. They do a really cool one called Muggsy Bogues. That's cool. Right, do not spill your lemonade over your keyboard because you are on your 4th keyboard, and spent a lot of money on these epoxy things. Cool. I've been on YouTube for years. Have you, Marantha? I see. From where I am, I can't. Let me see if I can find your channel. My fingers are killing me. Marantha channel. Where's the filters? There we go. Oh, my fingers are just killing me. Let's have a look. I'm trying to find one with the same. Have you got the same thumbnail? I was on there before they had open live chat. No way. That's cool. Take care, man. God bless. Houston is a bit lib. Only a bit then. My stepdaughter lives there. Maybe if the highway goes through the town, they will go through the town. Oh, right, okay. I never made it to the Brie. It was cancelled due to COVID. Yes, that was it. Who was the guy that came? Oh, I think it was Salty Popcorn that came up and saw us. I'm sure it was. Yeah, he came by. Yeah, we should definitely meet up. Definitely. I think there's talk of us doing something this summer. So what that is, I don't know. Paul's coming up in a few weeks. In a couple of weeks, I think. So yeah, no doubt we'll mess about and do a live or something. I don't know. So but yeah, it would be cool to hang out. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do, Marantha. I have a few videos since I got my new phone. It wouldn't. Oh, I'll just skip one. Wouldn't let me back on my page. Does that, doesn't it? So I mostly post about my cat now. Hey, nothing wrong about that. Almighty Om, I'm on my third keyboard this year and I spilled mint tea, so figure. Mate, honestly, I've done it. I haven't got a cup in it. So I have this massive tankard that I got given by Budvar, which is a Czech beer company. The ones you have Budweiser in America, but it's the original Budweiser. And what happens with that glass is it's really heavy, and I have my beer really nice and cold, and the glass sweats. And when I've been live streaming here, I've been like, I'll show the keyboard. So I've been like here, and then the glass just slips in my hand like that, and it's just gone. Psh. So this one is really nice, and it's a mechanical one. It's got loads of different groovy settings. Does like there's like literally you can do one where it like sort of pings only the key that you touch. It's ace. So I had one of these, and then I wrecked it. So I took it apart, cleaned everything, every little bit of it, put it all back together. It worked. And I did it again, and then it didn't work. And then I just thought, smeg it, I'll buy another one. And then I got that one. I did exactly the same thing again. And then I bought this one. And before the two before I had one. It's just like, but I haven't done it all in this year. So I feel better about it than where you're at. But it's flipping annoying why they don't make them where they're completely waterproof. Well, they probably do, but they're probably horrible to use. But this one makes a really satisfying. Kind of reminds me of my old mechanical. I had a Toshiba MSX when I was a kid, and that had a mechanical keyboard. It was based on some sort of Russian computer, but yeah, it was quite cool. Will let me back on the page. I read that one. Yeah, that's what happens when you forget the password. Yeah, it does do that. I tried to get a YouTube channel going with this Corvette build, but I failed miserably. It's one of them. It's, if you're building something, sometimes it's a bit of a faff. Trying to make videos about it, if I'm honest. My camera sucked, my sound sucked, the lighting sucked. It was unusable footage. Hey, mate, I've done that so many times, like where I've made stuff and it's just total flipping junk. I'll be back later. I need to do some more straightening up in the living room. Well, I'm gonna call it a day because I am absolutely knackered. Jacob's crackered, I am. So I might be heading off to bed as well. So it's been a pleasure, everybody. Take care, Marantha. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to try and stream a bit earlier. So I'm going to try and stream around 5 o'clock UK time. So yeah, I might be on a bit earlier. But here we're currently it's just heading to 10 o'clock. So I am going to get out of here. See you later, cowboys. The short little video I sent in Discord is about the only usable footage I got out of the whole thing. Oh, man, I look forward to having a look at that. I'll take a look in the morning with my coffee. Shall I have a coffee? I'll sit down and I'll have a look at that and I'll ping you a message. Late, you old blessings. You too. And that'll be 11 o'clock or noon for me, right, John? Yeah, about that. Yeah. So keep your eyes on it. So I'm gonna try and do a bit more of a day team. What I want to try and do is get some of the European lot on as well. Just seeing what's going on, which is nice because we've had some French in, we had some Austrians, not Australians, which I thought they were. We've had some Germans. I'm trying to think who else. What other nations turned up? We've had Kazakhstan. I've had quite a few, so it's been nice. It's been nice, kind of spreading it out there. So Yeah, so I'm off now. Love you all. Have a wonderful evening, what's left of it, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Love you.